Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we'll be taking a look at Samurai Warriors 3, which is the latest installment in the popular spin-off series brought to us by Tecmo Koei and released for the Nintendo Wii in October of last year. The Samurai Warriors series, which is a sister franchise to the Dynasty Warriors series, is based around the era in Japanese history known as the Warring States period, and to say that the game takes a few liberties with its historical accuracy is putting it lightly, but hey, it's all for the good cause of non-stop hack-and-slash fun. The goal in Samurai Warriors 3 is to choose your officer and engage in battles aplenty across the vast landscape of feudal Japan, in a grand effort to complete your objectives and ultimately defeat the enemy commanders and generals in order to further your faction's standing in the war at hand. Samurai Warriors 3 is filled with tons of content that will undoubtedly keep you busy for countless hours. On top of the story mode that's customized for each of the game's characters, you've also got free mode, Murasama Castle, and historical mode to occupy yourself with. Story mode consists of a series of battles complete with cutscenes exclusive to each of the mode's 30 playable characters, although some do have to be unlocked before being used. The game actually features a total roster of 37 characters that can be played as, but only 30 of those that can be used in story mode. There's definitely a character in Samurai Warriors 3 for every taste. By winning battles in Samurai Warriors, you'll receive tons of rice, which can be used to inevitably unlock characters and other bonuses in the dojo mode. The free mode is just simply that. Pick your favorite character and engage in any battle you've played and unlocked thus far. One of the great things about Samurai Warriors 3 is that the experience and items for each character are carried over into every mode, so you can use free mode to level your characters up a bit before heading into a huge story battle. The Murasama Castle mode is an entirely new mode specifically brought to the Wii sequel, and it's kind of a map screen based quest mode that can even be played online with a friend. It's worth noting here that also both the story and free modes of Samurai Warriors 3 can be played locally with a friend, but only Murasama Castle allows for online play. The historical mode provides a bit of a different experience and has the player create a custom character that will traverse the timeline in a more straightforward fashion from the beginning of the war all the way to the end. It's played out across a series of chapters, which include plenty of dialogue in between to keep you posted on the story. It's a hack-and-slash franchise with a bit of strategy thrown in, and if you're familiar with the Dynasty Warriors franchise, you'll know what to expect here. You'll be slashing away at soldiers that only seem to attack by the 100, all the while gaining experience and leveling up, which will earn you new abilities and moves. On your way to Battlefield Glory, you'll also pick up items, weapons, and of course, armor. The weapons and armor are for the most part randomly dropped from different officers that you defeat on the battleground and can be upgraded in between stages at the blacksmith, using gems that are also acquired during battle. The good news is that all of the armor can be used across the board for any of the heroes, so starting that next character at level 1 is a bit less painful since they'll be able to equip that strong armor from the get-go. There are 4 difficulty settings in Samurai Warriors 3 that range from easy, normal, hard, and chaos. Each one steps up the challenge to a respectable degree, and chaos mode is only meant for the bravest and most leveled up of officers. The visuals in Samurai Warriors 3 are excellent. The art style is very eye-catching and the character design is superb. Each one has a very distinct look, and that's quite a feat considering how many there are to choose from. The stages and backgrounds all look quite good too, and are all huge in scale. There's always so much going on in Samurai Warriors, and the Wii seems to have little to no problem keeping up with the game's backbreaking pace. Everything moves very smoothly, and the special effects look great. I'd like to note also how nice the menu design is. I love the artwork that comes and goes while you navigate different sections of the main menu, and it definitely serves to immerse you in the atmosphere just that much more. The sound design in Samurai Warriors 3 may very well be its strongest point. Sound effects sound crisp and lively, and all of the voice acting is crystal clear and well done. Good news, too. Samurai Warriors 3 is one game that lets you choose between the original Japanese voices and the English dub, which is awesome and should be the case much more often than it is these days. The music may be my favorite part of the game. There's lots of wonderfully composed traditional Japanese-sounding music tracks, but all with a bit of new school flair added to them. I honestly think that the soundtrack is part of what keeps me playing for hours. It's just that good, and I never seem to get tired of listening to it. From what I was reading online, apparently there was a version of the game released overseas that came with the official soundtrack. It's a shame we didn't get that version over here. Samurai Warriors 3 supports many different controller configurations on the Wii, but the one that I'm the most comfortable with would be the standard Wiimote and Nunchuck combination. Attacking is done with the A button, and a power attack can be comboed in by tapping down on the D-pad. The rest of the D-pad is used for scrolling through and using your different items, and the B button is used to pull off your special attack. Movement is then obviously taken care of by the analog stick on the nunchuck. Playing the game on this specific controller scheme seems the most natural and effortless, and is absolutely the most comfortable if you're planning on sitting on the couch and playing for hours at a time. Samurai Warriors 3 is an awesome game and a must-have for Wii owners who dig hack-and-slash games. It's kind of a bummer that more games in the Samurai and Dynasty Warriors series haven't been released on the Wii, since the controls just seem to work so well for them. If you happen to come across Samurai Warriors next time you're out at your local game store, pick it up. If you've never played through any of the other games in the series, don't worry, this is a great one to start with. It's accessible, offers tons of content, and most importantly, it's a lot of fun. As always, guys, thank you all for watching and subscribing. Until next time, stay classic.